let's put it another way. Dome. King. Kingdom. Seek the kingdom within. Easy as pie. When you see the full circle of it all. It's a trinity. It's a father because it's farther away. It's actually close to the heart. It's actually right in the middle of the heart. That's the mother, the heart of the home, the physical body being the home. And the son, the power and the wisdom of God, is the way Neville Goddard describes it, is the intuition. The self-taught knowledge, intuition, the inner knowing. When that's risen up to see the father, don't forget to go and see the mother. Come back down to earth a little bit. Become heart-centered. Home is where the heart is. And when it's coming out of that brain, and then it's passing through to the creator, that's the kingdom. That's how incredibly I spent 6 billion. And I'd say it's well spent. That was in 2018. The actual play out of it, quality over quantity, would be my answer to that. And even seeing it in that conceptual way. Look, this is my story. I'm telling it, okay? But what applies to me equally applies to you, because if you go back to source, you get to see everything that you are not, and you are shown that there is nothing you don't already know. And it's nothing to do with the trivia of this reality, the measurements of this, the height of that, the distance between here and here, and all this sort of thing. It's outside of time and space in the materium concept of it. And the funny thing is, if someone takes that really defensive, you think you're it, you think you know all the answers. Well, no, I don't think, for a start. And yes, I am it, because I'm informed, I've formed inside. And it's encased in a biological technology, this avatar. So yes, I am it. They're just initials. It is a type of technology. It's taking knowledge. Where that knowledge comes from is depending on your perception of where it's coming from. Is it coming from within, or is it coming from without? Or are you able to weigh up and find the balance between the two within oneself? It's not difficult. It just is made to seem difficult. If you feel it's going to be difficult, then that's how you see it, because the true sight is in the feeling. It's how you feel about something. If you don't feel awesome, then you're not going to be awesome. If you don't feel like a billionaire, you can't spend 6 billion, can you? And not bat an eyelid. Because it's a payment for something that's unfolding. And a lot won't thank you for it. But they're not meant to. But when everything's a reflection, what you're actually looking at, you might not recognize it, but I can look in the mirror and I don't recognize this really. I look in the eyes and think, who are you really behind there? Be honest, have you ever done that? Have you even thought of that? I'm sure many of you have. Well, I'm just giving you the answer. You're just an aspect of it. So yes, you are it as well. You are God. You have amazing power. But with that power comes finding a real strength. And you need that strength because you are going to feel the weight of the world is on your shoulders when you think, damn, I created all this. Not in the individualized form, in the physical thing that you're in now, but ultimately in the bigger picture, yes, you did. We all do it. if you got something that is disagreeable to you, it's because you've created it inside yourself, because you've set up the terms and conditions, and you might not like it, and you might get all defensive and say, so what you're saying is they willed themselves to die, did they, in a horrific circumstances? I'd say yes. Because the body always tells on the mind. Unpleasant truth, I know, but it's an uncomfortable truth. Very few like to hear that. But it doesn't make it untrue either, does it? Or prove that statement wrong. Not prove me wrong. Not whether I'm right or wrong, it's whether, well, it depends what you see me as. I am whatever you see me as. So that begs the question of, what do I really look like? Because I can look like different things to different people. That might be something to ponder, because if I'm a reflection and everything else external of you is a reflection, then I am a reflection of you. So what I'm saying about this, I'm also saying about you. The difference is, I do know who I am. And I stand by that. I set myself up for being a fool. It's the fool's journey, because can I prove any of it to you? Depends what you feel inside about what I've said. You might want to check in with the heart. Get to the heart of the matter to know the answer. What you are is where you're at. Stretch the boundaries, the expanding consciousness of it. What could you be? Not what if. What might happen if I do, think, speak? What are the consequences, the ripple effect of that? That's some heavy stuff to keep in mind before anything you do, say, or think. That's a tricky one to... Am I fully master of it 100% of the time? Well, dividing 100 into 60 is not... Mathematics isn't my strong point, but it's in there somewhere. But it's like everything else, baby steps. And it's like, all right, we've gone through level 1. That was easy. Right, let's go for level 2. And when we've done that, let's go for level 3. Let's go the distance, go all 16 levels and get congratulations. That's a bit of fun for a time. Until the next game. But while we're playing it, seeing as we're here, let's have some fun with it and make it a pleasant experience. And in making it a pleasant experience, bearing in mind that we're in a reality of contrast, it's not going to be pleasant for everybody. Learn to accept that you have the balance between what is perceived as the good and the bad, and know that to some what you're doing is evil, and to others it might seem the best thing ever. There's going to be a whole bunch of Christians that aren't going to like that, any of this. They're going to totally want to throw stones at me, but fuck it. What if? Well, it isn't. It's not happening. Unpluck that thought. Because if you create everything, well, if you create that thought, you put something out in the field that could happen, so you don't. Having the ability to create comes with a responsibility to consider what you're creating as well. That's a biggie. Anyway, I'm keeping this to under 10 minutes. But you can also compress time. Come in. You can also compress time. Oh, sorry, he jumped off the table. Anyway, that's about it really. So unconditional love to you all.